everyone. This is Madhish. I'm from India and I come from the western part of India. The land is very popular because all the big business people come from this land. So it's a very important part of the country, the western part of India. The state is called Gujarat. And I'm born and brought up here. My early life, I was into engineering. I studied engineering. And during my university, I found my true passion of volunteering and working in the social development sector. That really gave me a sense of how I can be more useful to this planet and the world as a whole, and how I can help community. So that's how my journey started. I started believing in the power of young people, working with young people, grew our team. That's how during my university I started an organization which is called the Elixir Foundation. During my third year of my university, I received the President's Award for community work, and that really inspired and motivated me to, bring young people from across India on a common platform and how together we can work for the communities on a large scale. So that's how the initiative started. Now we are 8-year young organization working across India. We are a team of around 5,000 young people who work on different projects. The important projects that we have been working is we work with UNESCO on a project that's called the World Heritage Volunteers, wherein we invite young people from around the world to India, come explore rich heritage and culture of the country, meet with the local communities, work with the government, work with different agencies to promote, conserve, and to work on the heritage sites and how they can effectively document, all these resources and use for promotions of the World Heritage Site. So we have been working on this initiative for the past 6 years now. Other than this, we work with UNICEF on Adolescent and Young People Initiative in the state of Gujarat, where we have a lot of programs where we focus on 21st century skills, we focus on climate action, we work on child rights, we work on parenting, and a couple of themes. And we have been engaging young people into this. Uh, for in particular, to empower the state of young people, we have also come up with a forum that's called the Gujarat Youth Forum. The forum focuses on building on the ideas of young people, bringing these ideas on the table of discussion, and the debate, discuss, deliver on these ideas with the government. So it's more of the policy-driven thing where we invite different stakeholders from the corporates also along with the government, so the young people can
Right.
make informed decisions. And then we have other large-scale community impact programs wherein we work on health of these communities. We work on education for children. We work on innovative educations where we set up innovation laboratories in school, and a lot more we have been doing. And we work with corporates in employee engagement initiatives. So this is a fair brief of what we do in the country.
Yeah, it's quite exciting and it sounds also like a lot of work to be honest.
That's true. My team tells me the same. It's a lot of work.
When I listen to that, it sounds like a lot of work that you're doing and a lot of people that you're impacting. So, Matish, I have a question to you. So, if as somebody who is managing the team of 5,000 people, are these people, first of all, are they volunteers? Are they full-time members? And how do you organize the work and structure it? As somebody who has started from scratch right by yourself and then basically learned this step by step to be the leader of the 5,000 people team. I
Yeah.
5,000 people just sounds a lot, and if we try to imagine 5,000 people in a room, that's that's like a very big concert hall at least, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how do you structure it across from the management and kind of team building perspective?
Right. So, when we started the organization, we started with the support of volunteers because in the initial phase we did not have funding and the sort of economic resources that we needed. So we started
Yeah.
with the concept of volunteers, and I invested my time and energy in building a value system, what volunteers will get and how they enjoy volunteering with the organization. That's how we build a team of this size, and we have around as I said, the count of volunteers they span across different states of the country. So India has a large geography, and this volunteers are in different parts of the country. They work on different projects, and their volunteering is based on the project. As and when the organization requires them, they volunteer. When I say they volunteer, the organization takes care of the travel, the food, and other basic expenses they do. And that's how we try to complement them for the work and services they give, right? So that's how we take into consideration. And we have a team of around 20 people who are full-time working with the organization on a
Yeah.
paid basis. Yeah. So that's how, and then in this, we have young people in universities and young professionals who are a part of our volunteering team across the country. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, we also try to help them financially, with the basic expenses they do during the volunteering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Great. Sorry, let me just try to. Did you hear my laptop right now? I'll just
Hmm.
unmute it. Yeah, I'm just unmuting it. Muting, not unmuting. Yeah, so you just mentioned about uh the work with a huge team. And I have a question to you. Since India is the country with many ethnic groups, nationalities, religions, right? So there's cross-cultural communication, I imagine,
Yeah.
inside the country. And how does that work in your organization? Do you see the difference in different cultures and languages? Do you see what are the similarities you see, and how do you organize the work from the perspective of the cross-cultural communication
Yeah.
inside the country?
Yes. So, sometimes when people from abroad come to India, travel to India for the first time, it's always a cultural shock to them because so many things are different. It's like a different world altogether to them.
Yeah,
Every state has a different way of dressing. Every state in India has a different food that they eat, and it's very different. There are very few similarities. We have 20 plus official languages, and we have more than 7,000 dialects across the country. So that's the sort of diversity as a country we have.
yeah,
As a country, we have yeah, like diversity also in terms of the landscape. We have seas, mountains, oceans. We have temperature as high as 45 degrees. We have as low as minus 60 degrees also. We have snow, we have deserts, we have ocean, seas, everything. So along with this comes the diversity in the people. They look different. Like if we go to the eastern part, they look more of the people of the Mongolian race. They look very different. If you go to the south, they look more like the Sri Lankans. If you go to the north, they're more on the European side. So we have a lot of diversity in everything, even with the languages. But what
yeah.
connects us is the cause and the ideas that we work with. So as an organization, we appreciate the diversity, and we believe the unity lies in the diversity. And so that's how. And then we learn from each other from different states. We learn from our volunteers. We learn from our team, and it's
Mm-hmm.
very interesting, how through diverse understandings as an organization we are able to grow. So it's like we have multiple roots spread across in the soil, and each one of them is nourishing us to grow as an organization. So it's very important, and it's a very beautiful process to us. How we
But
work.
I love it. Can you share with me, perhaps there's one story of that one person who is either a part of this 5,000 people team or the 20 people team, or somebody who came to participate in your event who left great impression on you
Yeah.
because of their story?
There are many stories like this.
I'm sure there are many. Maybe there's
Okay.
one, that or the first one that comes to your mind, right? Because it's the most
Okay. So
like yeah,
it's one of the
Madhish.
most common thing that I encounter with our volunteers and our team is I have a different approach of finding the right people. I use the technology, internet, because there are certain limitations of travel. So sometimes I try to figure out, find people through online mediums. I reach out to them. Why not you join our organization? We are working with something like this. And I reach out to them and we build connections over the internet. And that's how
Yeah.
they join our team. So I do reach out to find leaders in different parts of India. So that's my exercise. That's my way of approach. That's how I build the network. And these people, we speak on the phone. We have never met each other, but it's like for 2 years, 3 years, they're working for the organization and they
Yeah.
to the leader. So one person I would like to say is there's one of our volunteers from Mumbai. His name is Ashutosh. He started to work with us when he was in the first year of his university, and it's now almost 6 years now he's working for us, working with us. After 4 years of his university, he joined a corporate, and he even his work when he's working with a corporate, he continues to volunteer for us. And during his corporate life, which gives him a a job security, a good economic return, but he
Yeah.
gave Elixir the priority. Our organization is Elixir. He gives Elixir a priority. Whenever there is an activity of Elixir which needs volunteering effort, he takes a leave in his corporate company and he makes sure that he leads our activity. And he's such a
A lot of
reliable
commitment.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's so reliable, like if I give him a task, he's a task master. I don't need to worry anything about, and he will implement it very well. So we have some of our volunteers who are very dedicated, even though they are in the professional life, and they help us so much. Yes, and I'm very proud of my team.
I can totally relate to this
Mm.
because I can see that this is all a part of the trust system that you're building throughout the country. And obviously not there's not yet a single person who can be everywhere at the same
Mhm.
time, right? So if
Yeah,
you are somebody who is really able to utilize the all of the resources of the
yeah.
internet
Yes,
and
and then
connect through
when
it.
we meet and when we meet and when I met him after 3 years of his
Yeah.
association with the organization, I never felt that I didn't meet him because we are so familiar.
I Yeah,
I
I
know
had the
him this
same
long,
feelings with my team.
really.
We have
Good.
a person, Shihariyar, who is working with us for the past 3 years. And he started as somebody who built a hub first in Lahore. And then later on, he's right now working with the hubs. We met in Sochi
Wow.
during the World Youth Festival. And it was the first time when I saw him. And my first reaction was, man, you're so tall. Because I've never seen him in person
See you,
and he was always seated,
yeah.
right? But sometimes, especially our teams in Kyrgyzstan, in St. Petersburg, like you just see them online all the time, right? And when you meet in
Mhm.
person, it feels very, very, very close.
Yes,
So
yes,
it's really the sense of community. I
yes.
love it. So, the last question for our short interview today,
Sure.
how can people join your organization, your movement, your foundation? How can they, we'll definitely put all of the social media links
Mhm.
below the interview and what can people do to support and be a part
Sure,
of what you
sure,
do?
sure, sure. So if anybody wants to support us, they can find us on elixirindia.org. That's a URL. If you want to find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you can search Elixir Foundation, ELIXIR Foundation, and you can reach out to us, or you can also reach out to me personally on my personal social media handles. So yeah, and you can support us through n number of ways. One is you can support us with your time, which is very invaluable to us. You can volunteer with us. You can help us with the program. Second one is you can, support us with finance. You can donate to the causes that we run. Thirdly, you can also help us, in kind. If you have some resources which can be gifted to the community, you can also support us with some in kind help. Yes, which is very much appreciated. And the last way is you talk about us, you share about us on your social media handles. So these are four ways you can support us. Yes.